NFT TCG Games, Goons of Balatroon Gameplay Basics Getting Started Guide. The NFT game trading card introduction to gameplay. Hi, this is a Goons of Balatroon collectible card game NFT basic play guide. This is not going to be in-depth strategy or tactics. It's just a quick walkthrough of the basics so you can jump in and start playing. After all, the best way to learn how to play a game like this is to actually start playing it. Fortunately, it's simple enough that you'll start getting the hang of the basics in just a couple of games. So head over to goonsofbalatroon.com/profile, make sure you're logged into your MetaMask wallet, and make sure you've also connected to the site. Then you'll have the option of clicking play now. You'll go through the login process for that, and you'll end up on the home page. The next step is to make sure that you've created a deck, and I'll link to my video on how to do that in the description below. And while you're in your collection creating your deck, it's worth taking a few minutes to actually read through all the different cards at least once to get an idea of what they do and how they work. I'll also put a link for the Medium article which covers the gameplay in a bit more depth, including things like tiles, elements, the different abilities of the creatures, and how the elements affect each other and work with the tiles. You don't need to know that to get started, but it will help to know that once you start playing other people. So let's head back to the collection area, make sure you know some of the cards, make sure you've built a deck of at least 30 cards from the basic cards, and then come back to the home page and you're ready to start battling. The simplest way is to hit the battle button and you'll be randomly matched up with another Goons player who's currently online and ready to play. However, once you've been playing for a while, you may make some friends and you can add those in under the friends page here, and if they're online you can choose to battle them instead. Now the main difference between the battle button and battling a friend is you're only going to get rewards and get ranked in the leaderboard when you're in the battle area rather than with battling with friends. But for this demonstration video I'm not bothered about that, so I'm going to click on friends and I'm going to invite a friend of mine to battle. It'll take a moment or two for them to get in touch and hopefully they'll see my message and accept it. Once they've done so, the battle screen will come up. Once the battle starts, obviously the game randomly decides who gets to start, who goes first. In this case it's the enemy's turn, so we're going to wait a moment while they take their turn. Now you will see the enemy cards as he plays them, so you can see what's going on. The other bits to pay attention to here is this is the enemy's avatar, this is yours, and it shows both your life and his life. You start with 30, once you hit 0, whoever hits 0 first is dead. There is also a countdown timer and you only get 1 minute 15 seconds, and once the time's run out and the clock's run down to 0, it's the next person's turn. Now you can hover over your cards down here to see all the different cards, take a look at them and see what's going on. So while it's someone else's turn, you can actually start planning on what you're going to start playing. Now because I'm going second, I've already got 2 tiles available. He only had 1, so he's played the 1 card that he can, unless he was going to play some spells as well. Now it looks like his time's run out, end of his turn, now it's my turn. So what I'm going to do is choose one of my creatures to play. I'm going to go with this one here, 2 rivers, and I'm going to go with another one. I picked up another card that is part of the ability of that particular creature. You and your opponent get a card when it's played. I'm also going to play another card. I'm going to play Karen, put another creature down in the tile. Because I've only got 2 tiles, I can only play 2 creatures. Karen also has an ability when she comes into play, and I then have to choose where that ability is going to be targeted. It's a negative ability depending on what the card is, so I'm going to target the opponent's card to remove their ability on that particular card. I think it has dig on that card. I'm going through these really quickly because the time is about to run out in 20 seconds. A minute and 15 seconds sounds like a lot of time, it's really not. So those are all the cards I'm going to play at the moment. You can see which ones are creatures. They've got the health and attack scores on them. These others are either mysteries or spells. Now it's almost at the end of my turn, so I'm going to click on end turn and leave it there. Now it is the opponent's turn and he now has the opportunity to play more cards. You can see he's got another spare tile, so he can potentially play another creature, and let's see what he actually does. He's looking through his cards, he's picked one, he's playing it, he's played another creature, and now he also has the opportunity to attack with one of his creatures, and he could attack either me, myself, I do damage to my 30 health, or he could attack one of my creatures. Looks like he's chosen to attack me. His turn's now ended and it's on to my turn. So I have 2 creatures. They're now outlined in green and they're live and ready to go. So I can attack his creatures, or I can attack him, or I can play other spells. Now I have another creature here that I can put down, so I'm going to pop that down because it allows me to draw another card. So that will pop an extra card into my hand when that creature dies. What else have we got here? We've got a card that will randomly do 5 damage across all the enemy's creatures. So I'm going to play that as a spell, and it will apply that damage to all the enemy's creatures, which in total have 5 health, except this one has a special ability which reduces its damage. So I've only got rid of 1 of his cards. So what I'll actually do then is attack the other one with one of my creatures, and then attack him with my other creature. Now you can see I've done him some damage. I've removed 2 of his creatures. Both his tiles, because they had earth creatures on, are now earth tiles. Now I'm about to run out of time, so I don't think there's anything else I can do at this point. I could put another creature down. Let's see what happens with that one. Got it in just before the end of my turn. That's opponent's turn, and he's probably going to play some cards. Let's see what happens when he plays them. That's a creature, and he's using its ability to target one of my creatures. Happens to have killed it. Let's see what else he plays. He's got another creature, and that I think does fireball damage when it comes out. Yeah, here we go. He's killed another one of my creatures, but I did get a card in replacement for it. Let's see if he's got anything else he's going to do this turn. No, looks like his time's about to run out. I think that's probably the end of his turn. Now it's our turn again. So let's have a quick check on what we've got on the cards. We've got fireball. We can damage him. We can destroy a target creature. We can shuffle a creature back into the deck. We can draw a card, but we get 2 if our opponent's got more cards than us. So probably what I want to do is let's get rid of some of his creatures here, and in the process use up some of our cards. Let's get rid of another one. And he's now got more cards than me, so I'm going to play this, which will mean that I get 2 cards rather than 1. So it tops up the number of cards in my hand. I'm running out of time here. I'm down to 22 seconds. So what I'm actually going to do is fireball him. I'm down to 15 seconds, 14 seconds. The time that you have really can run out quickly, and I'm going to leave it at that. That's the end of my turn. Okay, the opponent's finished his turn. During his turn, he took out a couple of my creatures and put some creatures of his own out, but he didn't actually do me any damage. But I've only got 1 creature available at the moment, which is a bit harsh. So I need to get some more creatures out quickly. So I'm going to get this out, and I'm going to... This is one of the problems when you're first getting to know the cards. If you don't know what all the cards are, you may make mistakes, as I just did there. That's another one that does 2 damage to the enemy's creatures. This is an electric creature. I'm going to pop this on the electric tile there, so it gets a positive bonus because it's on an electric tile. And I'm going to use my creature to attack him and do some damage before my turn ends. I think that's all I'm going to fit in. We're about to end the turn. We're down to 5 seconds. My turn has ended. Okay, so it's my enemy's turn at the moment. Let's see what he does. He's playing a card. Let's see what that happens. It's an electric card. He's damaging one of my creatures. He's then using another card. Let's see what this does. Scorched Earth. That's going to damage several of my creatures. It's taken one of them out. And then he's going to, let's see, and he's almost out of time, but yes, he's played another creature as well. Anything else he's going to do before his time runs out? Oh yes, he's also going to return one of my creatures to my deck, I think. Yep, but I do get some cards because of it. That's his turn over. Now my turn. He's in a dominant position. He's got less health than me, but he does have 2 creatures out ready to attack and another big one coming soon. So I need to see what I've got available here. I don't think this is probably going to save me. When this is played, you can give a random creature a new ability. That's a good ability, so I want it for my own creature. So I'm going to pop a creature out first, and once that's out, I'm going to pop another creature out, this one, which will allow me to add that ability to my own creature rather than one of his. Deep Freeze is a mystery that I can play so that its effect comes in when it's triggered, and this looks like it will deal damage to an electric creature more than a normal creature. I haven't got an electric creature, or he hasn't got an electric creature out there, but I will use it to take out this creature if I can. Let's attack him back. There we go. So we've taken out one of his creatures. It's a bit more even, and you can see how you're getting more tiles every turn. That's the end of my turn. Let's see what he does. I'm going to pause the video while he plays his turn, and I'll come back once he's finished. Okay, so his turn's finished. He basically put out another creature and attacked me with 2 of his creatures. I've not got a lot going on here. I've got 2 small creatures out. I've got another one here that I can put out. This is a water one. I don't have a water tile, so I'll just put it on an empty tile. Remember, putting a creature of a particular element on the same element tile gives it a bonus. Likewise, putting it on an element that it's weak to gives it a penalty. So make sure you pay attention to that, to what the creature's element is and what the tile's element is. There's not an awful lot I can do here, so I am just going to attack one of his creatures there. Oh, I can't. See, this crosshairs means I've got to attack that creature first. So that's going to kill off my 2 creatures here, which is a bit depressing. I don't necessarily need to attack. I could leave them for next turn, but as this is a demonstration video, I might as well get on with it and see what happens. Now, there's nothing else I can do this turn, so I'm going to click end turn, and I'll come back once he's played his turn and we'll see where we are. Okay, so he's just finished his turn. He mostly ignored my creature and just attacked me and knocked my health down. It does look like he's got a strong advantage here and may well win. I've got a new card. It's a fire card, and it will deal 3 damage to a target creature or more if it's on a fire tile. So what I'm actually going to do is pop this on the fire tile here, and then I'm going to target his earth creature, which I have to target anyway. So I'll target that, and that should take that out with 6 damage. There we go. So that was a nice play. Now we've got 4 damage we can do with this creature. That's got 4. That will kill it. That will kill it as well. So I think I'm just going to attack this creature and take that out. to wipe each other out, so it negates both creatures and keeps me in the game a little bit longer. Sometimes it's simply a case of lasting as long as you can to get more cards into play to take the advantage back from the other player. And remember that 1 minute 15 seconds runs out really quickly. Again, my turn's done. I'll pause the video while he plays his. Okay, so he's ended his turn. He used his creatures to attack me and he's got me down to 4 health and he's put another creature out. So again, he's getting ahead of me here, but he is choosing to damage me rather than my creatures. So this does allow me to go back at him. I can choose whether I want to attack him or whether I want to attack his creatures. If I attack him, I'm not going to do enough damage to kill him quick enough and he's going to be able to finish me off next turn. So what I really need to do is target his creatures and take out whichever ones I can, again just to try and last a bit longer. So there's one gone, there's another one gone. Those are the two that would have done me the most damage, and I've got one more creature that I can pop out. This is a 2/3, but it is an earth creature and I've got an earth tile, so I'm going to put it on that tile as well. So that's me done for this turn. There is nothing else I can do, and if he wants to, he can do enough damage to kill me. So I suspect this may be the end of it. I'm going to click on end turn and see what he actually does. Now in theory, all he needs to do is attack me with both his creatures. Yes, there we go, that's one. There's the other. Yeah, there we go. He's killed me off. I played another card. I forgot about that. I played a mystery, and I didn't mention it at the time. A mystery that when I hit 0, I didn't die. I actually got 1 health back instead, so I'm still on 1. So I last another turn. You see how the mysteries can work when they're triggered as well. So let's let this play out and see what happens. I suspect he's probably going to end his turn there. Yeah, he's got nothing else he can do. It's my turn. I've got a new creature I can play. It's not a great one, but I'm going to put it on a water tile, so I've got something out, and I've got this creature left that is ready to attack. I can attack either of his creatures. One of them will do more damage than the other, so I'll take that one out. It still won't stop him killing me because he's got 1 creature left, and that's all he needs to kill me. I can't do anything else. Let's click end turn and let him finish me off. I'm assuming he'll probably just go in with the attack. Let's see what happens. There we go. I'm defeated. The other guy won. That's my first battle over. Hope that gives you a basic idea of how to play the game. It is very easy, but it does help if you know what your cards are and what they do, because that time limit quickly creeps up on you every turn. So knowing what your cards do will help, and the more you play, the more you'll know your cards and know which ones you need to play now and which ones you need to save. Okay, so that's a quick gameplay guide overview. Hope you found it useful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them below, and while you're down there, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.